What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, everybody? So listen, I know I said last week that I was gonna try to give you guys these what it is videos on Wednesdays like earlier, but I didn't realize that I was going to be in a position where I'm going to be taking on a lot more work to do because at my job, three other pages, the employees that we have that do certain tasks or whatever, they all got promoted, to a higher position, which is great for them because they were at the bottom. So now they're going up in ranks, which is cool, So at that point, they have to go to another location because that's where the position is available at, and we are waiting for people to come in to fill the position at our job. So well, I should say my location. So until then, I have to pitch in and help with the duties of the employees that are no longer there. So therefore, I'm not necessarily sure if you guys will get the what it is before 6 o'clock or after 6 o'clock like today, but you will still get it on Wednesday. So just know that, because I really did want to keep it on giving y'all it earlier so y'all can see it throughout the day or whatever. But I mean, as long as I'm giving it to y'all, y'all cute, right? Y'all okay? Anyway, so let's just get up into the video, okay? I hope everybody been having a good time. I hope everybody been having a blessed week. Unfortunately, we have to start this what it is video off with some sad news. So I don't know if it was like a couple of months ago, Nene had put out that Gregg was in a hospital, for his cancer. He had stage 3 colon cancer. And if you have been following the Real Housewives of Atlanta since inception, everybody knows Gregg. Gregg was one of the likable husbands on the show, like the most likable husband on the show, and probably out of the whole franchise. He's one of the most likable people. They had their ups and downs, but they always found themselves back to each other. They always found their way back to each other, and he was always Nene's biggest supporter. I would say that. So it was very, very horrible and sad when we heard that, he had cancer. We saw his journey on the show of him, going to the hospital, doing treatments, trying to getting into remission. And after Nene left the show, we thought everything was cool. And then, she came out and she said that, Gregg was in the hospital for a few weeks because the cancer came back, and, they was doing surgeries and different operations and stuff. And so, like a few weeks ago, probably like 3 weeks ago or something like that, she said that he was fine. He was out the hospital or whatever. Next thing you know, this video clip comes out of that somebody recorded her at her lounge, the Lanithia, okay, and somebody was trying to call her out. I guess that's what the gist of it was. Somebody was trying to call her out for being rude because, they wanted her to say happy birthday to one of their friends. And, I guess they perceived her attitude to be rude in her response. And so she had to get on the mic and just let everybody know that, people are going through things. You just never know. It's not necessarily that she's trying to be rude. She's just dealing with a lot. Gregg is on his way to transitioning. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Girl, I said, excuse me, what do you mean? Transitioning? What happened? Okay, now, because the last time we heard that he was okay, and I just thought, at that point, she was probably, not choosing her words correctly. That's what I thought, because in my mind, no lie, I was thinking, if my spouse or significant other is going through some stuff, I don't care about no goddamn club, no appearances or whatever. I'm canceling that. And if you say that they are on the last days that they have, and we don't know how much more time we got with them, and it's looking very dire that they're going to pass away soon, I'm spending every minute. Baby, I don't care. I will lose my job, but I'm spending every last minute. Okay, that's how I am, but I feel as though, people were trying to come down, because somebody brought it to my attention that people was kind of judging Nene for being at the club or whatever. And would I do it? No, I wouldn't do it, but I don't know if that's her primary source of income, making these club appearances at her club, or, but maybe she just needed an escape for that moment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she just needed to feel a little sense of normalcy for that moment, and that's why she decided to show up. And she thought she could escape it, but she couldn't, and that's why she had to make the announcement. I don't know, and I'm not finna judge her. I'm not about to fault her, because unfortunately today we got word that Gregg passed away. 66 years old. And it was like right after that video was posted earlier last week, or at the end of last week, early this week, his son Brent put out a little post or whatever, talking about just, enjoy the time that you have with people while they're here. Spend as much time as you can. And prior to that, Nene had put out a post of a broken heart, and it just said broken. So I don't care how you feel about Nene. Let me tell you something. And I'm one of the ones, like, I never disliked Nene. Some of the things that she did, it just make me like, girl, you doing too much or whatever. But I always found her to be funny to me, okay? And I do like Nene, but, in this particular time, we just have to have compassion for people and, give out prayers and condolences and, just give people their space and their privacy to deal with what's going on. I wouldn't know how to feel. Like, cancer is such a bitch, and it just hurts because if y'all don't know, I have a friend that's been dealing with cancer for the past few years, okay? And even though their health been going up and down, and I had those thoughts in my mind, like when I first found out, it crushed me. It scared me so much because we don't, with the type of cancer that she has and the stage that it was in, it's like, damn. So it's a toss up of whether or not you're gonna be here or not, or if you're gonna make it. You start thinking those things, and you thinking that, you know, you're not gonna have that much time with this person and all the stuff that they gotta go through, and the mind fuck that cancer push everybody around that person plus that person through. It's an evil thing. It is such an evil disease. Uh I pray. Let me tell you something. Gregg, you better be up there honking the horn, okay? Honk the horn on the Gregg. Doot, doot. Beep, beep. All right. That is my favorite clip of them, because when I tell you Gregg used to ride out for Nene, that, when he dressed up as that roach, when he was about to fight Peter ass, he was about to fight, don't you put your hands on my wife. Girl, y'all got to go back and look at the old seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta, because baby, golden, okay? Man, we gonna miss you, Gregg. It felt like that's my uncle or something that just passed away. He was 66 years old. I ain't gonna say he is the same age as my granddaddy. Damn, is my granddaddy 66 or 67? It's in that age range, okay? I was like, wow, either way, we gonna miss Gregg, and all love and support goes to Nene and the family that's grieving. He do leave behind a lot of kids, a lot of kids. And we did, I think, on the last season or the season before the last season that Nene was on, we did get to see most of his kids on the show. So, prayers and condolences goes out to them. Moving on from that, y'all, it feels like for the past 3 weeks or so, we've been talking about Kanye West, okay? It is a never-ending saga with this album, okay? So, Soldier Field happened on the 26th. I get up and I do my video, say what I had to say, and I said, y'all ain't finna get this album probably till next year. Baby, Universal Music Group said, scratch that. We're gonna release it a couple of days later after the Soldier Field. And that is exactly what they did, okay? We not waiting till September 3rd to play around with Drake or whatever that's going on. We not finna do September 5th. We gonna release this right here, right now in August, okay? And I was like, wow, okay. The cover is literally a black. The cover is black. It's nothing. It's literally the color black. That's what it is, okay? A black square, I said, oh, wow, ingenuity right there. Genius. Mad you, Drake put out his cover art. Who is behind these people that are doing the cover arts these days? I mean, granted, it's not necessarily a lot of, I don't even know if physical CDs are still out there, okay? But I miss those days. They probably are. I just haven't been to the store to go get them where they at or order them offline or whatever. But I do miss the days going to the store, picking up a physical CD and open it up and reading the cover, the inside cover. It be some cute stuff in the inside. Sometimes they used to have like the lyrics to the songs or whatever. They had all the people that worked on the album. You little thank yous and everything, and then probably a little special something be up in there sometimes. That was back in the day. See, y'all kids don't understand what it was. Okay, we had a good time when it came to music. Okay, it was an event to go to the store and get the album. Okay, and make sure you get the real album. Don't get that clean shit. You know what I'm saying? Girl, Walmart used to have me messed up. Okay, girl, we used to go up in there, and I remember one time we went to go get I think my mama went and brought one of Jay-Z's album, and we was so mad because it was so clean. They was like, they had bleep this, bleep that. We was like, wait a minute, so Walmart only sells clean stuff? Girl, yeah, you gotta go to Best Buy to get the real stuff. I said, funny. But with that being said, Drake cover album, the emojis of the different color pregnant women. Because the album is called Certified Lover Boy, so I guess, it's a love album or whatever. But I'm just sitting here like, now Drake, this is lazy, okay? I get what you're trying. This is lazy. This is lazy. I didn't like it. It's just like that Snow Algebra girl, Allegra, whatever her name is, her cover art for her last album, her recent album, it literally looked like some word art 1997 type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is what y'all came up with? No, it's like no creativity really putting into these, no thought really going into these album covers, and I'm upset. I don't care if you just putting it on, a streaming service. I look at an album cover and that attracts me to the to go listen, okay, to see who this person is, especially if I never heard of them. If the album cover look like, oh, it's standing out to me, it's popping, I'm gonna click on it. Case in point, Lil Nas X, he put out his cover album, art or whatever, and it's eye-catching. If anything he gonna do, he gonna give you a visual, okay? And he gave you a good-ass visual, all right? The whole damn cover art tells a freaking story, okay? And you can interpret it however you want to interpret it. We don't even know what the songs are gonna be about, but you can just make up your own stuff by just looking at the cover art. It's really nice, all right? I said somebody put some thought to this shit, but meanwhile, his album dropped, Donda, okay, 27 tracks, over an hour long. It's almost 2 hours long. And as soon as it dropped, controversy started, okay? One controversy is the fact that Soulja Boy got up in his feelings and said that, Kanye is a bitch. He needs to lose his number. That nigga called him, text him, and all this stuff trying to get him up on his album, and then put the verse on the album for, I think the song, what is it called? Remote Control or something like that. And I was like, So, of course, Soulja Boy is a troll too, so he just keep on going day after day after day trying to say I had, even brought Kim up into it. I had Kim Kardashian first and all this and woo, 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 and you this, and let's go into a boxing ring. And then he put out a clip of what the verse sounded like. Now, I understand being upset that somebody said that it was supposed to be on the project, but then you don't put it on the project when the official project come out. So it's like, what did I do this work for? Okay. I'm like, did you get paid for it? Did you get paid for it? Because if you got compensated for it, I shut up, and just be like, take my L for that moment. At least I got paid for it. You know what I'm saying? But if you didn't, that's another story. But at the same time, Soulja, I wouldn't have put that clip out because that shit sounded terrible. But then again, it probably would have fit with this album, okay? I'm just saying, girl, Chris Brown come out, call him a hoe, okay? Said he fake and all this. I'm just like, what is going on? Mind you, Chris Brown has been quiet lately, okay? He's really been quiet. And he done came out and, he and his feelings a little bit because I guess he's supposed to have had a verse on there, and it didn't make the cut like he thought it would. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Then Kanye come out and say he didn't put the album out. His record label, Universal Music Group, they the one that went on ahead and put the album out. Then it was controversy about the fact that the baby's verse or a song that he was on, Jail 2 or something like that, it didn't get cleared. And, they said that his people didn't clear it or whatever. And then the baby manager, whoever was working on this team, was like, this dude ain't even come out to talk to me and all this stuff. Hey, he did, I would have been cleared that, and he would have answered the phone and all this stuff and woo woo woo. Somehow, magically, after all of that happened, it got cleared and now it's on the album. Okay, fine, whatever. Then, what's the girl, Bree? Let me see what her name is. Bree, whatever her last name is. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce it. The girl that got attention for singing a gospel song, and singing in her way, doing her ad libs and all that stuff on the internet. And she did a cover. I think she uploaded it on YouTube. She did not get paid for it, okay? And that is where the controversy comes in. One of the biggest controversies, because, people were congratulating her because allegedly, that's what they say, that it's her vocals that's on one of the tracks, Lord, I Need You, but it's her voice, her ad libs, but her voice slowed down and, changed to fit the song or whatever, but it's literally her stuff, okay? Not saying that she wrote the song and she, should have got paid for the song. She just said that she didn't know that she was going to be on there. And, you got the original creator of the song, B Slade or whatever his name is. I've seen his name around time or two. He comes out getting his feelings about the fact that, well, he ain't gotta, if he contacted me, he don't need to contact her or whatever, because, I'm the original person who wrote it and it's my song and all this stuff and woo woo woo. And I'm like, yo, slow down. She didn't ask for any compensation. She was just saying that he used her voice and slowed her shit down and altered it, okay? And her ad lib. So, of course, she's going to feel a type of way. And she really wasn't even trying to feel a way. She was just trying to put it out there that, to the people that was congratulating her, like, I didn't know that you was going to be on there. She was like, listen, I didn't know either, okay? I don't know if she was asking for compensation or not, but from what I saw initially, she was just letting people know who was telling her that, congratulating her for being on the album. Like, no, I didn't know that I was going to be on there because nobody came to me. That's all. Okay. Dude got all up in his feelings as if she was asking for credit or whatever. Yeah, if that's my voice that you're using, give me a little bit of credit or shout out or something. The girl ain't asking for compensation. She ain't trying to take credit and acknowledgement for the song as if she wrote it. You use my vocals, though. Okay, you used my ad libs. You didn't change nothing but turn my stuff down a little bit. I said, I know y'all not finna do this. I said, Kanye, this is the worst rollout ever. This is the worst rollout ever when you come to think of it. Okay, what else was going on with it? That wound up happening, girl. Let me tell you something. I told y'all that I might listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Just to be, and I did. Curiosity killed the cat, and I want my curiosity to go away. I said, let me just say this. When you have a feeling that something is going to be away and it's deep in your gut, go with that gut feeling, okay? As soon as I turned, and it's no shade to Kanye, because I used to be a big Kanye West fan because, Chicago. Plus, he was great, you know what I'm saying? His first few albums was everything, and then stuff started to change. And then I'm listening to the album because I wanted to be fair. I wanted to be fair to give a critique or whatever when I get on here. I'd listen to it because at one point I was about to turn the shit off. But I said, Ashley, you did it already. You didn't cross the line already. You might as well just go ahead and see it through. Got to see it through, my boy. Okay? And I was like, all right, damn. I'll take one for the team that nobody asked me to, just because I was being nosy. Okay? Let peer pressure get to me. And I listened and I was just like, this is it. It sounds so one note to me. Everything sounds the same. I didn't like it. And I should never listen to it. That's all that it comes down to. I already knew it was going to be some mess when that first song came on. It was Donda, and it's not doing nothing but chanting. And I was just like, okay. But yeah, I didn't like it. And it's not me hating or anything like that. I just thought after all of this stuff that's been going on with this hype of the album, I just thought that it was going to be magnificent. And I know some people love it. Some people think it's Chloe. Chloe Bailey. You tweeted out that this is like one of my best albums and favorite albums in a minute. I said, girl, imagine somebody said, girl, calm down. It just went out. It just came out. Like, it literally just came out that day. And you're tweeting about, I said, what you need to be doing is getting this song out. Matter of fact, I'm going to say it again. You can keep it, okay? You can keep it. Why would you put out there, Yvette, what is going on, Miss Yvette, okay? Y'all told her to put this shit out here at put up and say that it's coming out in August. It is now September 1st and the songs still have not come out. So we gotta wait till next week to hear it at the MTV Music Awards. I don't think that's fair, okay? Y'all tricking and playing with the public. That's messed up at this point. I'm over it. All right. I'll be back on train when it comes out. But until then, leave me alone. Moving on from that, if y'all listen to the album, how did y'all feel about it? Girl, moving on. Netflix has announced that the season 3 premiere of You is coming October 15th. Just for my people that like that show, I'm going to be real. Y'all already know my history, and if you don't know, here it is. When I saw You trending on Twitter, I was really confused, and people was talking about, oh boy, just so fine, and he crazy, but he fine, like Joe fine as hell. And I'm looking at this stuff, and I'm looking at the picture, and I'm like, he is average, if that, okay? He is not all that or whatever. And, people was like, but Ash, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Just watch it, please. Just watch it. Y'all know me. Sometimes y'all just get me with the peer pressure. I be like, God damn, okay, I'm gonna watch it. So I went on ahead and I watched the first season, and I was like, it's all right. It ain't nothing that y'all was hyping it up to be. Then the second season came. I was like, I got to see it through. I'm the type of person, once I start something, I got to finish it all the way through. I watched the second season, and the second season, to me, was better than the first season, okay? It was better than the first season, and that ending really got me. So now I'm hooked, and I can't wait for the third season to show up. See how shit happens? Y'all be doing that shit to me all the time, okay? But yeah, October 15th, Ashley be watching, because now a baby is in the picture. Bitch, what if that baby ain't his? That'd be something, all right? Meanwhile, I already talked about Drake. Candyman came out. Girl, I ain't seen it yet. Okay? First of all, I gotta decide if I'm gonna go to the theaters. I gotta work this weekend, so who knows what's gonna go on. But I really wish they would have put it on demand. Okay. But congratulations to Nia DaCosta. She's the first black female director to have a #1 grossing movie. Made over $22 million, okay, in this weekend that it was opening. And this is something during the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? So congratulations to her. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, though. I still haven't watched Respect yet. I'm going to watch it before the week is over with, so I can give my, thoughts about it. I heard that with Respect, it was a good movie, but the Genius that National Geographic did, they did so much better. It was better, and it was more thorough and in depth, So I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna judge it for myself. And if you saw Respect, put it down in the comments. Did you like it? Did Jennifer Lopez, did Jennifer Hudson do a good job? How did you feel about the actors? How did you feel about the story? What should I be looking forward to? And then I will get back to y'all and let y'all know how I felt about the movie once I watch it, okay? And if you saw Candyman, tell me the same thing. Is it good? You know what I'm saying? Did it give you the feel of how the original? Did they deviate from the original or whatever? Yeah, tell me how y'all feel. Moving on from that. Speaking about Snow Allegra, she had to tell y'all, listen, me and Joe Budden, we ain't nothing. It ain't even popping like that. Cause somebody called her up in a picture, Joe whispering something in her ear, and she was looking dead at the camera, and he all up in her ear, and I guess people took that and ran with it, and she was like, no, it ain't nothing happening. I said, please don't be dumb and go down that route. Just don't do that. Okay. Moving on from that. Manifest, okay? Y'all remember Manifest. Everybody hopped on the Manifest train as soon as Manifest got on Netflix and got canceled. Okay? I said it's because of y'all that it got canceled. Because now everybody want to watch it. But when it was coming on TV on NBC5 on, was it Monday nights or was it Thursday nights? Girl, I don't remember, but I was there. I was there watching it. And then the way season 3 ended in that cliffhanger, I said, and y'all gonna cancel it like that? Y'all really canceled it like that? That's messed up. Okay? And we was trying to see if it was gonna come back, and finally it is coming back. For the final season. It's going to be 20 episodes on Netflix. So hopefully we get some good conclusion, some good closure to it, because it was a good show. It dragged for a little bit. It was giving me Lost, okay, and that's why at one point I was about to give up on it, because I was like, listen, Lost wrecked my nerves, okay. And then if you ever saw the ending of Lost, and I'm talking about the very last episode, baby, you would just like, what the hell? You mean to tell me we went through all of this to find out that this is really what it was? Girl, it really pissed me off, okay? Child, if you know, you know. You just had to be there when Lost came out, okay? That was the time. But yeah, Manifest is coming to Netflix for the fourth and final season. Another show that's coming out that I am looking forward to, I already told you guys about, Our Kind of People, with Morris Chestnut, Yaya DaCosta. I'm watching it just for Yaya. I ain't even gonna lie, okay? Because, first of all, Our Kind of People, that was one of my favorite books, okay, that I've read. And when I found out that they was making it into a TV series, I was like, okay, cool. I'm there. And I think Lee Daniels is behind it too. Now, Lee Daniels, he can start off a show real good, okay? Empire started off good. I don't know what happened towards the last few seasons, okay? Something went wrong in the neighborhood and it just wasn't right. But, when he did Star was good each season, if you ask me. And it still should be here. I'm still in my feelings about that, because the way that show ended, where is the baby? Is the baby okay? Okay. Brandy got killed, or I should say Cassidy got killed. You know what I'm saying? What happened? What happened? We should know these answers, okay? But yeah. Our Kind of People comes out September the 21st. And I think it comes on Fox. But whatever channel it comes on, Ashley will be watching. And I'm thinking about reviewing it. Like I said, because my girl Yaya in there. Yaya used to come to my job all the time. And she was always nice to me. So, you know, I got to watch and I got to support. You know what I'm saying? It was nice. Because you just think about meeting people, and not necessarily meeting people, but you run into some people that you see on TV or you see here and you see there, and they play one thing and then in person they be a bitch or whatever. It was totally the opposite. I was like, okay, you're nice. So I like that. That was cool. Moving on from that, congratulations to her, the singer. She is making her acting debut in the Warner Brothers adaptation of the Broadway play musical The Color Purple, which will be directed by Oprah Winfrey and or I should say produced by Oprah Winfrey and Steven Spielberg. Oprah plays Sophia on the movie, and Steven Spielberg, he's the one that helped direct and produce the movie when it came out. But she's going to be playing Squeak, okay? I said, oh, my name's not Squeak. My name's Mary Agnes. I don't know no person that ain't ever seen Color Purple. And if you ain't never seen Color Purple, you are not my type of people, okay? I am just saying that. You have to grow up. You have to grow up. You either read the book or you saw the movie or you done both. Now, I've done both. We had to read the book in school. Girl, I will never forget when we opened up that book and it was just so graphic. I said, this is what y'all making us read in high school? It was in my African American literature class, okay? I said, Alice Walker, you are nasty. You are really graphic. It's deep, though. It was good. To be quite honest, The Color Purple movie was just as good as the book. The book was a little bit better, but the movie was just as good. Because sometimes when they be taking these books and putting them in as movies or whatever, it be a hit or miss. It be a hit or miss, okay? Sometimes it be a high, and sometimes it be just ugh, okay? And then it's just that rare moment when you be like, okay, this is really good because it's sticking to the book. So Color Purple was like that for me. It's really good. But congratulations to her. Mike Richards, who was going to be the new host of Jeopardy, he had to step down because of all the controversy that was surrounding him and his past, and the misogynistic and racial past that he had, that was put out on some podcast a few years ago that was unearthed. Okay, and He said he was going to step back and just continue to be in the background. Baby, they let his ass go. Because apparently he was the, executive producer for Jeopardy and for, what show? It was another one. Wheel of Fortune, I think. Yeah, he was the executive producer for Wheel of Fortune too. And so one of the people came through and she was like, listen, the EVP of business and strategy came through and said, listen, effective immediately, he has gone. He stepped down. He will no longer be on staff because they didn't need the distraction. They thought the distraction of him would die down, and it just didn't. And that would have been the next step. Okay, he should have never just said, let me step back. You should have stepped back and stepped off. Okay, that's what you should have did. At this point, I don't even know, do y'all think they should even continue with Jeopardy, or do y'all think they should just go ahead and cancel it? Because I don't feel like we would ever get the feel that we got with Alex Trebek. He did it so well and so long that it just doesn't seem right to have anybody at this point to come in. I know we wanted LeVar, but, shit happens. So, y'all tell me how y'all feel. Into some messy news. Summer Walker. Oh, my God. It is hard for me to feel bad for Summer Walker in this situation because, she was warned, okay? She was warned. And when I say she was warned, you were there when your baby's father, at this point, no longer your boyfriend, London on the Track, was going through the same issues that you are going through now with his other baby mamas, okay? And it is so funny and crazy how now that Summer and London on the Track are not, in a relationship anymore, the baby mamas are actually cool with London on the Track. Y'all blasted him, said that he was not there. He barely shows up. He don't send no gifts. He don't send no money. He don't do this. He don't do that. And then all of a sudden, when Summer and him are, no longer together, and she's complaining about things that he's doing and being a lack there, somewhat of a deadbeat dad, all of a sudden it's like he ain't no deadbeat dad. He do this. He always be with his kids. He do this and he do that. But weren't you just in the blogs a little while ago when they was together complaining about how he's not there and how he doesn't do this and all this stuff? I said, man, I see right through some people, okay? Basically London, I mean not London, but Summer was putting London on blast. Basically, she got a new man and saying that he, if something ever happened to her, it's London that did it because, he calling her people who she knows, saying, y'all better get that nigga from around her or whatever. And I'm like, what? What is happening? She was like, I don't even talk to him. He blocked or whatever. So because he couldn't get through directly to her, he went to her other people, threatening her and all that. And she was like, the only time I deal with you is when I have to deal with you with the baby. And it's just, I just don't like when people put all of this out there. Okay. Why we need to know this? Why we need to know this? And this, I would be embarrassed to put this out here for the simple fact that I did so much and I came at his baby mamas and all this stuff or whatever. And I see what they're going through. And now I'm going through the exact same thing. Okay. But, next thing you know, the baby mamas was going back and forth and two of them coming at her. And it was just like, why are we doing this? Okay. Why are we doing this? They were saying that Summer is the only saying that London is a deadbeat because he don't want her anymore. Baby, she called him a narcissist, called him a gaslighter, called him all of this stuff. And he said, because she was like, and you bought this car, whatever. I don't want no car that people got to still pay the note for. I ain't finna pay the note for this or whatever. You can take the car. He said, yeah, give me back the car. Put the jewelry in the armrest or whatever. You talking about making payments on the car when you still making payments on your tits and your ass. And I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you didn't have to go that deep now. I said, now y'all are just getting dirty, okay? Why did you have to say that? And at this point, it's just tiring. I don't understand why these guys just can't do the responsibility. Y'all laid down, y'all had these babies together, or y'all helped make these babies. What do you think that you was going to get off scotch-free? And at the same time, Summer, if you are doing this, trying to, just because you mad that he not with you no more, stop it. I hope that's not the case. And to me, to be quite honest, I don't think that that's the case. Okay, but at the same time, y'all both look ridiculous putting all of this. Everybody involved look ridiculous putting all of this on the internet. Y'all do realize that the internet, nothing goes away. Okay, and that, since y'all always talking about what about the kids, what about the kids, okay, we don't want to do this in front of the kids. Okay, what about this? So when the kids get old enough to start searching their mamas and their daddy's name, y'all know that these stories gonna pop up. Okay, and they gonna be like, my mama and my daddy really acted a fool and embarrassed me. Oh, did all of this over me and really didn't do it over me. They just did it because they was, because they just ignorant. That's what it is. I'm like, it ain't even about the kid no more. It's just about y'all both having hurt feelings. That's what I've seen like. It's feel like, I don't know. I don't know. Girl, to be quite honest, Summer ain't never been really my cup of tea. But I just feel like you should have listened to what the baby mamas was doing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the baby mamas need to stay out of it. All right, y'all need to stay out of it. Let this be between London and Summer, okay? Because it's not making anybody look good. It's not making no one look good at this point. Y'all arguing over the internet like this. Meanwhile, moving on from that, um, did I do that twice? I sure did. I sure did. But anyway, moving on from that, Trick Daddy said that he's part of the the BED, or what is it? The EBD, EBG. There you go. Eat the Booty Gang. And not necessarily just eating booty, but getting his ate too. It's just the thought of Trick Daddy and the way that he appears to us today, laying on his back and allowing somebody to go to town on him. Which is fine, but it's Trick Daddy. It's Trick Daddy. You know what I'm saying? I just can't, I don't want to imagine it. And let me just tell y'all this. Ain't nothing wrong with eating booty, okay? Sometimes, especially if you, some of y'all done slipped up and put a tongue down there before, okay? I'm just saying, especially if you with a woman, you know what I'm saying? The holes are literally like right there together. Like, it's like a little space is separating the two. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to slip up while you're down there doing some things, okay? Just a little bit, especially if you're eating from the back. But I just cannot. That is some information that I did not want to know, okay? And now I'm picturing it, and it's just not a good look, okay? It's just not a good look. I mean, enjoy what you enjoy, because I don't see nothing wrong with it, but it's just the person, like, who is doing that to Trick Daddy? Who is can Trick Daddy? I just want to understand. I just want to understand. Woo, okay. But moving on from that, y'all tell me how y'all feel. Y'all like to do that? Y'all like to do that? I don't see nothing wrong with it. Let me tell you something. If you good enough for my partner, and then especially if you got a nice ass, oh, I'm planning all of it. Not everybody's, okay? I gotta really know you, gotta really be feeling you. We gotta be on that level, you know what I'm saying? You just can't be putting your mouth each and everywhere. But moving on from that. The talk is losing another co-host. Okay, I think they just signed on Jerry O'Connell to take Sharon Osbourne spot, and then this other lady, Carrie Ann, she left. Okay, she said that she's leaving the show, and now Elaine Welterworth, who was only there for Welterroth. That's her name, Walter Raw. Okay, she was only there for one season. She said she about to leave. I said cancel the show at this point. Okay, Sharon Osbourne did just messed up the whole show. Okay, that whole scandal, they have not yet recovered from it. Okay, it's been a revolving door. Eve, you got out just in time. You know what I'm saying? You got out just in time. Truth be told, you didn't need it. But I can't wait till Queens come on. I think it comes on in October. That's going to be my show. I might review that too. But then again, I might just watch it. Sometimes I just want to watch these shows without having to review it or whatever. But I decide. After looking at the first episode. But it looks like it's going to be cute. And I'm really excited to see it. Tamar's husband, or I should say ex-husband / baby father, Vince Herbert, allegedly is getting sued for $66,000 over a bounce check on some jewelry. Okay, He went out to buy some jewelry out in December 2018, and the people was like, basically what happened was he was trying to make it seem like he was bigger than what he was. You know, he got this and he this music producer. He making his job description a little bit more than what it really was, according to them. You know, and so he convinced them to let him buy the jury for half the price, and he was gonna pay on it or something like that. Um, but he didn't. He wrote them a check for $20,000, and he was able to get the custom made jewelry. The check bounced, okay? The check bounced, and the reason why it's up to $66,000 is the rest of the money that he owed on the jury plus interest. And they're suing him for that $66,000. And it's $66,320.12 to be exact. I said you could have at least went on ahead and paid the 12 cents, but all right, you know. I said, I don't understand, you know, if this is true, I'm going to just say alleged, okay? You know, this ain't the first time that we heard some issues with money that Vince was having or whatever. And I just don't understand living above our means. I understand, you know, we got this image, but who is really checking for Vince at this point? So who are you trying to impress? You got a new bitch that you trying to impress? I don't understand. Like, come on. You have a child that you got to take care of and you got to provide for, and you out here bouncing freaking checks, okay? Get your money straight. What you need the jury for? Who you buying the jury for? Who are you buying the jury for? If you can't pay for it outright and you got to bribe a person or talk a person down to, you know, convince them to let you put just a little bit of amount on there, whatever. You don't need that. You don't need that. It's not important. That money that $20,000 could have went somewhere else that was important and then got bounced there. Okay. It probably would have bounced there too. If you ain't got it, why are you fronting like you do? Okay, Vince, you too old for this. You too old for this. Anyway, I was about to say that's probably why. Let me shut up. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go there. Congratulations to LaToya Luckett. Mama, well, let me tell you something. LaToya may not be out here singing, but what LaToya gonna do, she gonna keep her acting role, okay? LaToya is a good actress to me. I still can't get over her role from Greenleaf playing Rochelle Cross. She played that part. She made that part her own. And she is going to be on the second season of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and she will be playing Jukebox Mama. So I'm looking forward to it. And to be quite honest, I can see it. Y'all say the actress that played jukeboxes in Respect. Now I really gotta watch the movie. I really gotta watch the movie because you know she can sing in real life. So yeah. Married to Medicine star. I don't know if y'all watched this, but Married to Medicine LA had like 2 seasons and I think they canceled it. And in the second season, there was a new girl that came in named Leah Diaz. You know, she was like a friend of the show, whatever. And I think Funky Dineva did an interview with her. So y'all can go look on his channel with her. And she was one of the likable characters on there. Okay, because not everybody in that cast was very much likable. And that's probably why they got canceled. You know, but she filed a temporary restraining order against her husband, Colin Sr., and she said that she was granted the restraining order just days after he filed for divorce, okay? She said that she claims that he has been abusive throughout their whole marriage, citing physical abuse and verbal abuse, and she said that he pushed her to the ground and kicked her just this month, okay? I said, that's crazy because, you know, I think in that interview with and probably even on the show, I don't even think we saw him on the show, but you know, they kind of came off as if the marriage was all the way good. You know what I'm saying? That's how people do to keep up appearances. You never know what's going on in a household. But she also said that he changed the locks on the home and hasn't let her see their kids, okay? And he counteracted and said, no, that's not it. He filed his own restraining order against her, saying that she is the one that's erratic and emotionally abusive, and claims that she lashes out at him, she punches him. She actually punched him after abdominal surgery. That is foul, okay? How mad do you have to be at somebody to fuck them up when they already in pain, okay? You ain't have to do that. If that happened, you ain't have to do that. You didn't bust some stitches and made him bleed internally. Girl, that's what you could have did, okay? You don't play with the abdominal. You do not play with the abdominal, right? Um, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Get out of that situation. Let the courts handle it. And more power to you, girl. Y'all, please stop staying in these abusive relationships. And I say that in a sense when there's a way to get out. If there's a way to get out, go ahead and pack your shit and get out. As soon as that one hit you, or that time where you become scared for your life that first time, that's your time to get out, okay? And you do all that you can to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you are in a situation where you can do that, because I'm not dumb. I do know that some people stay in relationships because there's no way of getting out, and it's unfortunate. So I just hope everything works out for that. Kenya Moore, she's preparing. She's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars this season. So congrats to that. Shout out to everybody from New Orleans, from Louisiana who watches me, everybody at the affected areas who was going through it with Hurricane Ida. South Bondi, she had to go to Atlanta, and I'm glad that her people and herself is safe. I'm glad that my people, Scotty and Miles and everybody else that watches me that are down in that area, you guys are safe. You guys have been in my prayers. Like when I say, I was just like, I'm looking at the videos and I'm looking at the carnage. I'm looking at the damage and everything. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm just praying for everybody and just hope people that I know personally are safe. And thank God that you guys were. But I just want to say something. Speaking of that, I just really hate the ignorance that I saw online with people saying, y'all been through this already before. Why y'all living in places where y'all know hurricanes gonna be at? Or this, why you gonna choose to stay? You know that the hurricane coming. Why would you choose to stay? So people got to use their resources or whatever to get you out and put their lives on the line. Do you not understand that people are not rich? And in a lot of these areas, people are not rich. People are probably below the poverty line. So where the hell are they going to go? They ain't got money to go and fill up on gas, okay, and then drive to this person's house in the next state, okay, or to rent an Airbnb or to rent a hotel room in another state, or to go out of the country and come back. They ain't got the money for that, so they stay. And why are we judging? We should know that by now. Quit judging because you don't know people's circumstances. I just want to put that point out there. But anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. If there's something else that pops up, hopefully it might be. I will be back on Saturday. Saturday we will have Love, Marriage in Huntsville. God willing, if I hope it's a calm Saturday, okay? Because the kids are back in school now. Y'all niggas need to be at work. Okay, y'all be like, people was asking me when I was talking about my neighbors, it was like, don't they work or whatever? Listen, they do all of this stuff at night. They work during the day and they do all this stuff at night. And then the weekends is when they really come out into play, okay? So they work, but they play at night. And I don't understand how some of y'all do that, because I be tired as hell when I get off of work sometimes. Like my body be physically tired, and then y'all want to go out and go party and get drunk or whatever just to wake up to go back to work, because some of these people don't call off, okay? And they do it consecutively. I don't know how y'all do that shit. I can't. Girl, I'm an old bitch. But anyway, y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all be safe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.